What's up, David? It is Tuesday. First thing, look at this like sunglass stand, dude. Went to the game Saturday. We lost. Fortunately, we lost in overtime. That was a bummer. Oh well. The Broncos won. That was nice. So go Broncos. Hopefully the Rams beat CU this week. Rocky Mountain Showdown. Denver will be there. So before I move on to my writing advice for the day, I would like to discuss some of yours interesting choices because some of them are clearly wrong. The first thing is that writing every day is not necessary. That is false and 100% incorrect. Every single author I've ever talked to and every single book I've ever read on writing, every single video I've ever read on writing, every single successful writer I've ever talked to, heard of, read to, listened to, anything has said write every day. All of them, bar none, 100%. So the fact that you don't think you have to write every day means you're probably wrong if everyone else is being successful that way. Because it's like telling a painter not to paint every day or a musician not to play their instrument every day. It's not about inspiration. It's not about those 500 words going in your book. It's not about any of that. It's about practicing and keeping the skill sharp every day. So maybe one of the reasons you're not a successful author yet is you don't write every day. I'm sorry, that was harsh. I didn't mean it that way. But in all honesty, you should write every day just to keep practicing the skill set. Everybody I've talked to does it, and everybody, you can't find a successful author that doesn't do it. J.K. Rowling did it. Stephen King does it. Scott Siegler does it. J.R.R. Tolkien did it. Every single author, like, bar none. Stephenie Meyer, whoever wrote The Hunger Games, all of them. I've read all of them do it. The next thing I want to talk about is your aversion to outlining. You said find your own thing, but I think you have to be able to do a mix. I do think there are two main types. Stephen King, for example, doesn't use an outline all that often because he believes his books are like an archaeological dig and it's his job to take the story piece by piece by piece, carefully at a time. But he also doesn't do it super spontaneously. He writes down the notes of his thoughts and he continues to think through the story even though he may not be writing it, but he also lets the characters do their own thing. So while plot lining may not be his thing, he does do a form of outlining and just taking notes and everything. And I think you see all authors, or all major authors, do a little bit of both. They combine the two styles to make something new and uniquely their own. So I think while you might favor one more than the other, you should try and blend both styles together. And then my piece of advice for today is talking about different characters. There are two ways I think about to go to create characters. The first is a very broad perspective. Broad. And in the broad, you're trying to know everything about the character. You're trying to know what they look like. You're trying to mostly figure out their personality, though. You have this whole list of who the character is and how they would react to what they like, what they dislike. And I think if you started abroad, it's way too much. Rather than doing broad situations, put the character in one situation and how do they react to that, and then you start to learn about the character from there. It's like meeting a new person, honestly. You're not going to know everything about them the first day. You're going to get to know them as you're in certain situations, and the character is going to change, and it's going to evolve as you go. So in other news, John Green is taking a hiatus from social media to work on his new novel. He'll be back when it's mostly done, or he has a good portion of it done. He will still be posting Vlogbrothers and stuff, so that'll be nice. I have a chemistry exam on Thursday, so I'll let you know. I also have an econ exam, and I'm using Crash Course to study for the chemistry exam, so I'm hoping Hank gives me some helpful advice there, but we'll see, I guess. Anyway, man, I hope you're having a good time in Longmont. I hope everything's going well, and I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.